in the mornings. For those that are joining us through YouTube live, let me just say this real quick. Um, NJCC or New Jersey Community Capital's affiliates and subsidiaries and their agents, employees, officers, directors, members, and brokers are not offering legal, tax, or other professional advice in this video, and none should be relied upon as such. The content of this video is for informational purposes only, and viewers should seek legal, tax, and professional guidance from an attorney, accountant, real estate agent, or broker, or other appropriate experts before taking action. We assume all risks associated with any actions taken as a result of this information content. All right. So yeah, once that was said, okay, we're going to be saying that every time before we start our video. Again, we want to welcome you and share with you that we are doing over here. Before we introduce the NJMFA program to the TikTok viewers, but for those that are joining us on YouTube, this is a program that is offered in New Jersey. This program offers first buyers a opportunity for those that qualify of $22,000 to be applied for their first time home purchase. We also talked about the different tenant down payments. So if you are a tenant or you're looking to rent a space, please make sure that when you are doing so, you don't pay more than a month and a half of a security deposit, because that is what is legal and allowed in this great state of New Jersey. Now, with that, I will also want to add that New Jersey has mandated a new lead testing for rentals. So, lead testing is also something that is done for rental properties as well. Now, let's talk about today, right? What's happening today in the real estate world? So today in the real estate world, we woke up to a 5.9 average APR or mortgage rate, which is excellent for you buyer that is shopping out there or is looking, to buy your first home. Prior months, we experienced rate at a 7.5%, 7%, which were higher rates. What that does for you as a first-time buyer, it gives you the ability to purchase a property at a higher price and will lower your monthly payment. So it's a great thing that this is happening, that the rates are going down, and that the sellers are also reducing some other pricing as far as the seller markets go. So that's all important, because when we are purchasing our greatest or most expensive asset, which is a real estate property, there's a lot of things that are involved with the process, right? So you have attorneys, you have home inspectors, you have a title person, you have your real estate person, and many other folks along the transaction. But you want to have a great team by your side, whether you're selling your property or purchasing a new home, or even if you're renting a property. Sometimes we want to do things on our own. And sometimes when we try to attempt to do things on our own and don't seek professional advice, that's when I've seen in my experience where people experience different difficulties or challenge along the process. So again, the intent here every Wednesday is to provide free education to you, the public, share it with others. We're going to be here every Wednesday in the morning, taking questions, sharing what's happening in the real estate field or in the real estate world. And, if we have enough people that participate, we will continue doing this every Wednesdays. So again, stay tuned, stay with us so you could become more knowledgeable about the real estate process and what's happening out there in the real estate world. For those that have joined us newly, we talked about the mortgage rate being down today to a 5.9, which is awesome for you, new buyer, because you're able to reduce your monthly payment. So the affordability of purchasing a home is becoming more accessible and it's becoming more affordable in the great state of New Jersey. By saying that, also, if you haven't heard about the NJMFA program, it's a great program for a first-time buyer. This program offers a qualified buyer $22,000 in down payment assistance, which is awesome for you first time buyer. You know, if you qualify for this program, make sure that you apply, make sure you get yourself ready in the sense because these programs require that you take different courses or get different certifications to qualify for the program. So if you want to take advantage of this great program that is available to buyers in the great state of New Jersey, please make sure that you look it up. It's called the NJMFA program, and it offers $22,000 in down payment assistance. The down payment, again, could be used to decrease your mortgage payment. It could also be used to pay down different fees that are associated with the transaction. So it's a great program again, NJMFA program. We're also going to talk today about the different marketplaces, right? So as a national or a state average, the New Jersey property taxes as an average, they gave us the metrics right now. The taxes are property taxes in New Jersey are at $10,000 flat, you know, or $10,000. Uh, that's the national average. You may find the state average. You may find different tax rates in different counties, some higher, some lower, but the state average is about $10,000 now, which is also something to take in consideration, right? Because when you are a buyer new to this process, the monthly payment that you are going to be facing or looking at every month is your principal, which is your mortgage payment, your property taxes, insurance, and then if you have any mortgage insurance as well, that's all in there, and it's included in one singular payment. So it's important to keep that in mind, you know, because property taxes, although you're getting a good rate on your mortgage rate, your property taxes could increase your monthly payment depending on where you're buying or how much the taxes are. So that's great that you know that the rates are down, inventory is up, and prices are down, as well as the inventory that's available for buyers. Depending on the marketplace that you're looking at, if you're looking for condominiums, let's say in downtown Jersey City, there's a lot of inventory there. If you're looking in the central Jersey, there's a lot of inventory over here by the central area in New Brunswick area. There's a lot of new townhomes that were built. There's also a downtown center that was built over there by Route 1. There's also new things coming to South Brunswick, which will connect with the train station. So if you're looking for a location where you could be close to the train station in the center of the city, these new developments are offering that style of living. So you know, there's different types of properties that a person could seek. The properties I aforementioned, those are considered townhomes or community living. You know, where you have gyms, you have different shops, you have, you know, everything centralized in one place. And then these new developments, they're considered luxury developments, so they will have, you know, higher finishes, an upscale, let's say gyms, dining areas. So it's great for those that are seeking that. If anybody is what we call a transplant that is coming from New York, Pennsylvania, or adjacent states, this great state offers you as a buyer different options. If you're looking in like the single family configuration because you like your yard or because you like more space or you like that style of living, this great state also offers that. And again, the down payment that I aforementioned before could be applied to any of these properties. So seek, you know, information if you're trying to apply for it. There's also multifamilies that are available in the 2 to 4 family configurations. We do not see a lot of the 3 to 4 families in the different marketplaces that we work, just because they require different approvals. So they're less common. Let's say the two-family configuration is more common to see throughout our state. The 3 to 4 family requires what we call a green card or a DCA inspection, and for most, uh, that is, if you are a small operator landlord, that could be a an inspection that could be difficult to process, or a property to manage. So most of the smaller landlords are usually managing between 2 to 3 units um, configuration. In the commercial space, we have offices. The office market is coming back. The numbers are looking positive, for everything that I am seeing. So it's good. It's good overall. It's a good market to start or get into if you were waiting to um, get into the process, for whether it was the rate, whether it was the timing that you were waiting for. I would say right now is a great time to get started or jump back into the process, because there's a lot happening in the marketplace right now. As you heard, there's stuff happening with the credit card where they're trying to cap it at 10%, which it all kind of like interconnects because it's all economic. So if you are in the place where you're saying to yourself, is right now the right time for me to make a move? I would say yes. Right now is the right time, because you already made the decision that you want to escape, that rental or tenant market, right? Because when you are um, looking for a rental, most likely than not, you need to make 3 times your salary. If you're making 3 times your salary, or if you're renting a apartment that is in the $3,000 to $4,000 range, you most likely could purchase a single family or a townhome or maybe a condo if you don't want to overstretch yourself. So let's think about that statement, right? So let's say that you decide to stop renting, right? You just say, I want to pursue my dream of home ownership, right? And you say to yourself, what's the benefit, right? Well, the benefit is, one, let's say that that you stayed in your place where you're renting for 5 years, right? What are you going to take at the end of your 5 years? I would say you take your belongings, and that's about it. You got to make sure that you didn't leave any damages left behind in the unit. But there's nothing you could really take with you at the end of that journey, right? Let's say you did that 8 times, right? So that's 30 years of renting. An average mortgage or a mortgage at a fixed rate, the maximum on time is 30 years. So let's just use a simple scenario here. Let's say that you did it 8 times. You rented 8 times, you moved 8 times, you got at the end of the rainbow nothing. You have no equity, you have no property, you made no exchanges. What you did do throughout those years was, every time you moved to a certain property for 5 years, you help whoever was the owner pay down that mortgage down. So if you do decide that you want to buy, let's say on the second move, and terminate being a tenant, and you say for the next let's say for the next 25 years, I'm gonna be an owner. Let's say you sold every 5 years. There's equity that you built every single time that you sold your property. If you sold 2 years or below, there's no equity. But if you're selling 5 years, or every 5 years you decide that you want to relocate because X, Y, or Z, you take something at the end of the rainbow. Even if you say, like, at the end of the 8 times that you did it, you may be cash positive, which is the idea here. Living legacy, being cash positive, being financially smart. That's the reason why I'm doing this every Wednesday. So we could together grow as a community, share our experiences, let others know what's available out there, and be more knowledgeable as a whole. My model is, every family deserves a home, and why not you? You deserve a home in the great state of New Jersey. I know that there are great challenges for achieving this and many roadblocks that come along the way. But that's not to say that they're not professionals that could help you, like myself and my team, that could help you along the way to achieve your dream of home ownership or selling your property, or maybe you want to continue being a tenant. We offer all of that over here at Capsy Brokerage. But let's say that you are in the state where you have a plan, because everything starts with a plan, right? We have to plan to achieve our goal, right? So if our homeownership goal starts with a plan of, like, let's say I want to achieve my home ownership in the next 6 months, what do I need to do to get there? Well, that's what we do. That's where we come in and we guide you and help you. The first thing that you do, it starts with this education. It starts with coming here every Wednesday, learning every morning what you need to do to get ready to become mortgage eligible, which is something that you need to do, either get yourself pre-qualified or pre-approved, which will mean that you will need to gather some financial documents, whether it be your W-2s, pay stubs, or different paperwork that you need to provide a loan officer or a mortgage lender to get yourself ready for the next stage. So it all starts here. It all starts with the education and one with the desire. If you have the desire and the want to be a homeowner, my goal is to take you there. Let's go together on this journey of homeownership. And if you're a seller, if you want to sell your property, please reach out back to us at 201-234-2639. We could always help you sell your property for top dollar. So now let's start the journey. The journey starts here. This is day one. And this journey is going to be specifically for you, buyer. You know, you're going to be a first-time buyer. You're out in the market. You want to get yourself ready. What tools are out there? The first tool that I would recommend is downpaymentresources.com. Go to downpaymentresources.com, see what's available there, right? Because that's going to be a database for down payment assistance. If you need, or if you already have, I don't know if you already have a savings where you're putting money towards this dream or this goal. If you have a base that you want to use, or if you want to check out what resources are out there or what's available, go to downpaymentresources.com, check out what's available, and then see if you qualify for any of those resources. The second thing that I would say is there's a great site called findhelp.org. There, with a zip code, you could, with whatever place that you're looking at or where you're considering, whether if you're in your county, you put your zip code in there and you see what type of resources are available locally to you, right? Because you want to know what's available to me. You know, you want to see if there's one free education, if there is, some sort of guidance for the process or some sort of support from your county, because most likely than not, there's always support for those that seek it. America always wants to help the ones that seek the help, the ones that knock on the door. If you want to get or achieve anything in this great nation, you can. Being a homeowner is one of the achievements one has to set as a goal or as a metric in this great nation, in my opinion. One, because the pride of homeownership is like no other. Being a tenant is great, but once you become a homeowner and you come to your property, you treat it differently. It's your property. You know, you want to take care of the walls, make sure that all of your walls are nicely painted, your front yard is nicely manicured, same thing with your backyard. You take pride in homeownership. That's the difference in transitioning from being a tenant to being a homeowner. It's just a different feel. It's a different feel altogether, right? It's like, it's night and day, right? When we're talking about having the American dream, we close our eyes and what do we think? We think about that white picket fence. We think about, the dog running in the backyard, whether it be that Cape Cod home or that colonial home. That's the dream, Some people want it close to the beach or want that ocean front. Some people want it in the mountains. Some people want it close to the lakes or the river Some people want to stay in the city because there are city folks. But the dream is that, guys. The dream is home ownership, achieving that dream, the great dream, the American dream, right? So to achieve it, there are resources and help out there, right? There are many um, places where one could knock if one seeks and comes here every Wednesday. I'll give you some tips of where you could knock or search for what's available, right? One of the great places, one of the diamonds that I dropped today was downpaymentresources.com. So check out that website. If you're looking for down payment assistance in the great state of New Jersey, make sure you check that website out. Also, remember to check out findhelp.org and put your zip code so you could see what resources are available local to you. Before, when we started the chat, I also mentioned the NJMFA Down Payment Assistance Program that is offered in the great state of New Jersey. This one offers $22,000 in down payment assistance. So don't forget to check that one out too. And then remember to like and share this video and let other people know that we'll be here every Wednesday for free education with Raul the Realtor or Raul the Broker. And it's a great pleasure to be here with you. And let's create this community and let's share this free education and let's become more strong as a community so we could achieve our dream and which is our homeownership dream. I'm gonna take a little coffee break because the name of this segment is Real Estate Coffee Break. So if you're enjoying your coffee, now is the time to take a little sip or take a little break, and then we'll continue on with real estate talk. Again, thank you for tuning in. This is Raul the Realtor. Again, my motto is every family deserves a home. And if you are one of those families that is seeking a home in the great state of New Jersey, don't forget to reach out to us at 201-234-2639. We would love to help you or somebody that you know. We talked about the average property tax in New Jersey. As of now, we know that is $10,000, the state average. I'm sorry, and that it fluctuates depending on the county, depending on the property, depending on the size of the property, because that all influences the tax rate. Who sets the tax rate? It's set locally. It's not set statewide. So every municipality has a tax assessor. The tax assessor goes out into the town, whatever town they're in. They looked at the properties. Then they have measurements of each individual property, right? The measurement of the property is calculated dollars per square foot, right? So if your home is, let's say, 1,000 square feet and the tax rate is $4, then you're paying $4,000 in tax. This is a hypothetical. This is not the exact method that the taxes are, property taxes are calculated, but it's just to give you an idea of how the tax assessor will calculate the property tax. Property taxes are also influenced by finishes within a home. When I say finishes within a home, I'm talking about, like, let's say if you finish your basement, added a bonus bathroom, added an extra room, that will increase your property taxes because you have increased your livable square footage or your finished square footage. So that increases your taxes, So a home that has less finished square footage is naturally going to pay less taxes. That's just how it is. The zoning department also determines the usage of the properties. If you're just newly joining us, we talked about the different style of properties that are offered in the state. We talked about condos, townhomes, 1, 2, 3 to 4 family homes, or commercial space. There are designated or zoned that way by the municipality. Meaning, when I said you can't have 3 to 4 families or they're more rare, is because, let's say, if the neighborhood does not conform to that usage, the municipality most likely will not approve it or will not allow it in that particular block. But let's say now that you are in a block where multifamilies are plentiful and you want to build a new one or change the configuration of your single family into a multifamily, is more easier to do because the neighborhood conforms to that style of properties. So conforming neighborhoods is something that is found all throughout the state of New Jersey, just because of how it was developed, how construction is done in New Jersey. So we have conforming neighborhoods. You typically see same style homes within neighborhoods, where it will be like capes or colonial style homes. You'll see that, but you wouldn't see, like, let's say, a commercial building in the mix of it. So that's something that is awesome in our state. Our great state offers a plethora of different things that are unique to our state. One of the unique things that is unique to our great state now is that Netflix is moving into our great state, and they took over the base, Fort Mammoth. And then these are some of the stuff that's unique to us. Princeton University, unique to New Jersey, right? So this state pretty much has everything, you know. Uh, if you're looking for things to do, if you're looking for dinners, if you're looking for where movies were shot, and take a tour of, like, in Newark, or where different scenes were shot, or in Hoboken where different scenes were shot. So we have something that it's extremely precious in Australia, New Jersey. We have something that is called the Gold Coast, right? What is the Gold Coast, guys? The Gold Coast is a strip of that's it's in the Hudson River, by the way. Let me share this with you. So the Gold Coast is this amazing project, right? So the Gold Coast unites, let's say, West New York, North Bergen, Bayonne, Hoboken, and some parts of Jersey City, right? You could now go by the Hudson River and walk for miles on this Gold Coast. It goes even higher. It goes to, Inglewood. It's amazing. And all throughout there, luxury developments, the Riverwalk, which is amazing. You have the boathouses that are there, and also the proximity it has to New York, right? So if you are a commuter and you work in New York, do you want to pay New York prices and have less of a living comfortable situation, or you're gonna make the rational decision? You're gonna say, I want to cross over to the great state of New Jersey. I want to live, in my nice condo where I have my luxury living, where I could have a car, park in my garage where it's needed to me. I don't have to worry about tickets or parking or snow or anything like that. If I want to cross over to New York, I could hop on a ferry, I could hop on a bus, and I'll be there in 15 minutes, depending where you're going. So that is what's unique to New Jersey right now, right? You have downtown Jersey City, where everybody wants to go. All the financial guys want to come to downtown Jersey City, right? They work in New York. They want to be in downtown Jersey City. Why? Because they have a direct train station that goes right into the city. So they're there within minutes. So that's what this state offers. It offers that aspect of living, but it offers the quiet side of living too. So let's say that you wanted to go to the South Jersey, Central Jersey area, and you're looking to be in a single family home, and you want to have your backyard, a front yard, where you're, taking that type of pride in home ownership. That's also available here, but at a cheaper rate than, let's say, New York City. So if you are in that state or an adjacent state, and you're in the cuff of where, like, should I be even considering New Jersey because it's across the river? Is it gonna meet my housing or living needs and my work needs? It can. It depends where you want to be at, or how far away you want to be at from your workplace in the city. You know, um, it's amazing. Apart from having all of that, let's say that you are a local buyer from this state, from New Jersey, and you're looking to transition, you're like, all right, I heard Raul the Realtor. I'm coming to his Wednesday talks on Wednesday. I'm ready to make my move. What do I do next? First thing that I would say is talk to a loan officer, talk to a bank. You don't have to submit all your paperwork. You don't have to run your credit hard. You know what I mean? You could just talk to a loan officer and see what is available to you. How much home can I afford? Once you figure out how much home you could afford, the journey starts from there. That's the key. That's literally the key. Once we have the key, then we come up with a plan. Let's say that you got a pre-approval for, let's say, $500,000, right? How much home could I afford for $500,000? Well, it depends where. What location are you looking for? Are you looking for a condo configuration? Are you looking for a townhome? Are you looking for a two-family? It all depends, right? So when you have that conversation with your banker or your loan officer, that's the conversation that you got to have with them. Do I want to purchase a single family, or do I want to purchase a multifamily configuration? And that's what that's what the conversation should be. Once you have that, they're going to pre-qualify you or pre-approve you in different ways. They might say, okay, you qualify for a single family purchase for 500, but they might say you qualify for a multifamily for 700. Why? Because the rental income of such a multifamily unit or multi-unit configuration could be accounted as income. You have income producing properties. Income producing property is a great situation. Why? Because it helps you pay the property back. It's producing money for you. It's an asset. It's the greatest asset you could have. So, that's the core conversation you have. Once you have that information, then you seek professional advice from us. You seek a professional real estate or a professional broker like myself, and because every family deserves a home in this great state. We're going to make that our mission this year. Every family deserves a home. We're going to be a community every Wednesday. We're going to keep ourselves accountable every Wednesday. If everybody likes and shares this video, we'll be back on Wednesday sharing more information, sharing what's happening out there, and taking questions from you. So if you have any questions, or if you like what you saw, please like the video, share it, and I'll be back with you guys with Real Estate Coffee Break next Wednesday. This has been Raul the Realtor, Raul the Broker, your favorite agent, and it's a pleasure being with you. And I hope to see everyone next Wednesday. Stay tuned for more great free education and info sessions. Bye for now.